Hello, Coyote here. For those of you that are working on your lawn tractors and you find yourself with a hub rust welded to the axle, and you find beating it off, or trying to beat it off, all you're doing is you've broken your axle out of the transaxle housing there. Well, if you come across that and you find yourself in that predicament, and obviously you're going to need to drop your transaxle transmission case there and tear it apart and replace the broken spring clip on the inside, but it'll still leave you with your hub rust welded to your axle. Well, instead of just junking it and getting yourself a new axle, take a minute and get yourself a motorcycle jack or something similar, like what I have here. This is just a standard cheap motorcycle jack. Pull your axle and hub out, and you want to rest it. I've already put my transaxle together, so I can't completely show you, but rest your hub and your axle on there, so that, let's see if we can use this here as an example. That should slide right, no, it doesn't slide right now. But you want it so that your axle slides freely down through there. See how I got the tire iron propped? Once you've got that done, remove your end clips and C clips, and get yourself an air hammer. You can see I've kind of rounded off the tip of that. And with your air hammer, beat WD-40 everything around your hub. Well, it's on the motorcycle jack. Spray some WD-40 or penetrating fluid. My preference is, where'd that can go? Right here. ZEP 45. I've swore by this stuff for 10 or 15 years. Spray that in. This can's pretty well done. But, yeah, it's pretty well done. But you want to make sure you lubricate and get all this soaked in there good. And with your air hammer ground down to a semi-point, you can see where my air hammer did its work. It rests right in there. Well, it's on the motorcycle jack over there. And beat it down. Now, if you put it on a point, it'll bore in center there, and it won't damage the outer surface that's supposed to slide through. A lot of people, they'll take and they'll beat with a chisel end, or they'll beat with a ball peen hammer or a sledgehammer, and that'll end up peening out and flaring out this tip here. And before it'll go through the hub, you'll have to grind it down. Now, like I said, I've already done mine, but both axles were welded so bad that, or rusted so bad that they were seized right on. Doing this here, you'll end up putting a little divot in the center of your axle, but you'll be able to save both your hub and your axle itself. Now, what I did was I can't show you right now, but when I pulled my transmission out and separated the cases, instead of replacing the C-clips, I went ahead and welded the gear right onto the end of the axle shaft. And personally, I'd recommend doing that yourself. If you don't have a welder, then yeah, go ahead and replace the C-clip, but I like the simple fact that when it's welded on, you don't have to worry about breaking that C-clip again, and you won't have to worry about it floating around inside your transmission or whatever. But this is just a little quick video to show you how to save your axles and your hubs if they ended up rusted on because somebody forgot to put some anti-seize on before they put everything back together the last time. Now, if you do get to this point here where you've saved your axles, put some anti-seize on liberally on both sides of the axle shaft and inside the hub as much as you can, just to prevent it from happening again.